WWE, what is good with Smackdown? You gave us 50-50 booking, basically 50 good and then 50 kind of bad. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Skills like Dusty, but go hard like Brock. I'm a stunner like Austin, dropping elbows like Mach. Y'all don't want to see the finish because it's us on top. 1, 2, 3, get the V and get a warrior pop. Yo!
What's going on, guys? It is your boy Wilbur, aka King William. And it's just me, guys. It's just lonely old me, but it doesn't matter. Let's get into this video. We are reviewing Smackdown, where we kind of got a conglomerate of, like I said in the intro, 50-50 good, 50-50 bad. Don't know what we were really doing, but let's kick it off with the first thing that popped off basically on Smackdown. We had Mr. Big Oos, the one Roman Reigns, the GOAT of pro wrestling, coming to the arena, coming to the ring, and basically putting on a banger of a promo. And this was really good. It kicked off the show, and I thought, once again, anytime Roman kicks off the show, it's a blessing. But a longer intro, longer entrance, and it went out for a long time, raising the belts up twice, pyro after pyro. It was amazing, and we got to see Big Oos in the ring talk about Brock. What was interesting is we did have Paul Heyman cutting kind of like a Brock Lesnar promo against Roman, but it was almost to basically say, like, Roman, you need to go to that next level. You need to push that bar high. You need to get that shit high to the sky if you want to beat. Basically, someone has beaten the odds. He beat The Undertaker when no one thought The Undertaker would, and we got that amazing moment of the, that you ended up getting basically Brock Lesnar doing what Brock Lesnar does, becoming one of the younger WWE champions by beating The Rock. This man basically defies odds, and he brings it to another level. So Roman, listen up, buddy. You need to bring it to a way, way bigger level if you want to beat Mr. Beast. And it was cool how Paul was kind of basically almost like he was on Brock's side cutting the promo, but then switched it at the end, basically stating it's going to take a Babe Ruth, it's going to take an MJ kind of moment with the step back, 2 at the end to beat Utah. So amazing promo. It was awesome. I love what they were doing, and I can't complain. Then we get into, I think, 50-50 bad. We had the New Day basically confronting the Viking Experience after they had just basically put a beat down on Jinder and Shanky, and we have basically the whole controversy between basically Jinder and Shanky. Shanky not being there for the tag, leading to Jinder getting pinned. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Viking Express or Viking Experience, what do you want to call them. And I feel like New Day has been kind of lacking, obviously without Big E, with a very consistent, repetitive kind of promos and very repetitive booking style. I'm not the greatest fan right now of the New Day, so I just feel like what they're doing right now, doesn't get my nipples hard. It gets them pretty soft, you know what I mean? We had a beatdown where basically New Day tried to beat down the Viking Raiders or Viking Express, whatever you want to call them, the Vikings, and they basically flipped it on New Day, whooped their ass, and overall it was okay. I don't think it was anything too special. It's kind of the classic New Day feud. We then had an amazing, I thought, kind of like an opening up of basically Ludwith and Gunther's relationship. Ludwith, or whatever you want to call him, I'm just going to call him Ludwith, and his maturation and basically his growth with Gunther, and how Gunther holds him to this style to where you can eventually see Ludwith returning on Gunther, and basically you feel super bad for him. So Gunther was out cutting a promo saying how, you know what, I don't do these open challenge bullshits that Ricochet was doing. You're a fool if you don't think you're going to prepare for your opponent who doesn't even deserve the title shot. So why I'm going to get caught off guard and then also face someone who doesn't basically deserve the title shot, which it made sense. It made complete sense. You had Shinsuke coming out, and Baron Corbin was on commentary, basically mocking Pat McAfee, who was on the beatdown. So Corey Graves was filling in. I thought it was overall pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I really like this segment. Of course, Shinsuke got the win over Ludwith, and then basically Ludwith had to take the chops of death. Gunther was bang, 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 was chopping the shit out of Ludwith and basically saying, you know what, you deserve this. This is how we're going to take you to the next level. But you kind of felt sad for him. You know, it's kind of like he's getting his ass chopped, and these chops came out aggressive. But this was something that's good. It's like building a character. It's building a story while about allowing everyone in the story to basically evolve and get better. Like I said, 50-50. That's basically what Smackdown was. And this was 50 on the good side. This was really good. I really enjoyed it. We then had LIV coming out and putting the belt high up in the sky. She's the one reigning over on Smackdown. We then had Natalya coming out stating, you know what, if it wasn't for me basically destroying Ronda's knee, you wouldn't even had a chance to pick the bones clean. Basically, I butchered the cow, I ate up the meat, even though I got sick off of it, and then you, the vulture, came in and picked off the bones. So if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that title. Then we had Ronda coming out congratulating LIV, but then saying, you know what, Natalya, you want to see it? You know, they're asking the fans, you want to see me beat you down? Let's do it. And I gotta be honest, we did not need this match. We honestly did not need this match, and this was part of that 50-50 booking that was bad. Why the hell did we have Natalya, which was next, versus Ronda? And basically it was a rematch of SummerSlam, but then you had Natalya, who was fresh, lose to a Ronda Rousey, who was injured. This makes no sense. And you had Natalya basically tap out within less than 3 minutes in the match. It was not good. I don't know why we needed to do this. I was like, why do we need this? We could have cut this entirely, but I digress. Then let's just say a little homosexualness came out. We had Max Dupree. His male models came out modeling the tennis gear. Marcel and Mansoir. I gotta say, I like these guys. Can't wait to see them get into the ring. They don't want to get their nails dirty. They don't want to get poked in the eye. I could kind of them seeing playing that and then doing a lot of dirty tactics with Max Dupree. This gets a thumbs up. I thought this was really good. I thought the utilization of the time was decent. It took up a decent amount of time, but it was actually interesting, and I personally liked it. So, you know, what can we say? We then had, in my opinion, the promo of the night. Once again, not saying that Paul's wasn't as good, but let's just say Aaliyah came out. She was tag teaming with Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans came out 3 times trying to get the crowd to get louder, which they didn't. Each time they got quieter. She got in the ring and she cut a badass promo. This promo was extremely good, saying, this is what I get. This is what I deserve. I poured my heart out, and you fat Texans filled up with that pulled pork, that good pulled pork too. Let's just say that good Texas barbecue. Y'all can't get y'all fat, lazy asses up and applaud someone who fought for the country. You're supposed to have that Texas, that America pride. And honestly, Lacy cut a beautiful promo and basically said until they could show respect, until the WWE Universe could show her some respect, she's not stepping foot in the ring and wrestling for us. Aaliyah tried to stop her and say, hey, you know, we're in a match. You're supposed to be my partner. And she got a woman's right. This was amazing. I thought this was really good. This was what, and I gotta say, Swagger Bomb, Danny from the Bump Bush, our boy Danny, did call this, and I gotta say, he called this right. An amazing call, an amazing promo, and an amazing heel turn by Lacey Evans. This was really good. Thank you, WWE. You gave us something. Then we had basically where I felt that the booking got smashed. I'm gonna combine these two. We had the Usos coming out in a championship qualifying contenders match because they don't have enough tag teams to actually do a tag team #1 contendership match. Usos squashed Lutharios. It wasn't even close. You could have just basically scrapped the Natalya and Ronda Rousey match. I gave actually Sheamus and Drew, which we'll get into that because I'm not going to do an edit on that. We didn't even get that match. We got Butch versus Drew. So you gave us like like I said, 50-50, more like 60-40. I would say 80-20, like a good ground beef, 20% good, 80% bullshit. You could have given us a banger, and you could have started building the Drew, or whoever wanted to do Sheamus versus Drew. You could have did Drew versus Roman and start building up that. And you could have given us basically that #1, that Money in the Bank qualifier match and give us an actual ending. But you've already given us the 50-50 booking back when they were doing the Money in the Bank qualifier. Give us that 20-minute banger. I mean, that 20-minute banger where kickouts after kickouts after kickouts. Drew gets the win or Sheamus gets the win, and then they move on to the #1 contendership. Instead, WWE strung us along like they always fucking do. They know they get a banger. They're either one gonna oversaturate it or two not even give it to us, and they just dragged it on. We got Butch versus fucking Drew, and I was pissed. You basically ended the show off with 2 bad segments. And WWE, get y'all shit together. This shit made me mad. I'm ready to just cancel off on the video just thinking about what y'all did. You were starting down the right path. You had a lot of good, decent segments in this, and then you fuck it up with shitty booking like that. WWE, get y'all shit together, man. Get y'all shit together. And that's all I gotta say. 7.2. It's been the boys. Peace.
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang!